Hi everyone, welcome back on my channel. We are still analyze weekly bucket sales from Walmart, and in previous video we finished to make ad fuller test to see if our data series is stationary or not. And I think that in this video we already start to make some predictions and start working with forecasting. And it's a good idea to start with the simplest method and this simplest model. And in this case, it will be moving averages. When you think about moving averages, it's basically about previous value and mean of that defined by the window which you are thinking about it. So it can be 3 months, 6 months, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, half a year, depends on you. And the idea of this model is to smooth out short-term fluctuation and try to highlight long-term trends. um, because of that, when you think about moving average and when you will try to use this model, it's very simple to create this one, but of course they have some minus. So if you think about outliners, and it's always about the previous value, so if there's something happening in previous one, it will be not very helpful for prediction, but it's good to check, for example, the trends, right? So you can use it to check the trends. And maybe already can jump to the code. So first thing is that in our data sets we have some duplicates in case of date. So I was thinking that maybe we can group it and make sum of weekly sales. So for creating this one, I use sales df, so already create this one. Then I use group by method. We're grouping by date, right? And then with date we have in the index. So there we have index. The last thing is to use aggregation function with sum for the weekly sales. So we'll be summing weekly sales to see aggregate data. And then about the window, we already talked that moving average is the past value defined by window. So in my case is a weekly bucket, so I want to see 3 and 6 one, like to give you some example how it's working. And I already thought that it's very simple to start using and to implement. Yeah, so basically you can create a new forecast by moving average just by one of the code. So it's very simple. So how we are doing it, we create the new column, as you can see here. So for data frame, I will create two new columns, MA forecast 3, MA forecast 6. So first of all, you need to put data frame, then new column. Then you are using, in my case, the old data frame with the old column weekly sales. Rolling method will help you with window. So rolling, then you're putting window. Window size is 3 for first one and 6 for second. The last thing is mean, right? Because we want to see the average value of this one. Good practice is to drop any NA. So in my case as well, I drop any NA after our forecasting. I don't want to see some strange values there. And first check of our forecasting, in our case, will be to plot real data, so data from which we download from Kaggle, then our new forecasted two columns. We are starting with create how big our and we, in this for this purpose we're using two libraries, so Matplotlib and Seaborn. So we're starting with define how big our line chart will be. So it is 14 and 7. Then we are plotting weekly sales, so the real data, and then moving averages data. Last, we are going to title and labels. We would like to see title, X label, and Y label. And the last part is about to create legend and to give us an example about the seed face color, so white smoke. I would like to see some more colors there to be more recognized for this purpose. And the last line of code is to PLT show, to just show the value at the end. So what we're seeing here is the two dots line. This is averages, forecast value, and real data. What can we already see that 3 weeks is much better going with outliner value up and down. So you can easily see here and here, and how green dots line is working is showing us more the trend. So you see it is more average value for all of the line. And after the line, we need to think how we can measure how good our forecasting is. And for this purpose, I use mean absolute error. How you can implement this method? You can just import it from scikit-learn metrics, then mean absolute error, and then you can use it already. It's implemented there. So I create two new variables, mi3, mi6, then put mean absolute error, and then weekly sales compared to forecast 3 and weekly sales compared to forecast 6. Basically, when you think about mean absolute error, is mean value between real forecast, real data and forecasted data. Then I print both of them. So I print it like here. This is the text, and then put variable and value for with two numbers after dot. And what is our output is showing us the same like in the line chart, that 3 weeks moving average is more precisely, the error is smaller. So in this case, it is better to use, it's better to think about 3 weeks moving average because it's smaller as a error. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you for your watching.